Now, for this review, I'm gonna go non-script, so basically, it's gonna be really quick. Halloween was a great movie, and that's about it. Alright, jokes aside, yes, the movie was great. The story, the story was pretty good. Like, it's, it's very progressive, and there's not much stuff that like carries away from the main plot line that goes along. Everything just sort of fits together, and it makes like a very nice story that you can just easily follow. So the story was pretty good, and I mean, it was really, really good. The famous Michael Myers soundtrack comes into play in this movie, like as it does in like every Halloween movie, but it fits so well in the scenes that it gets played in this movie. Like when the song plays in the scene, I always got shivers down my spine because you knew something like really brutal was gonna happen and that like Michael Myers was gonna show up, and it feels like your stomach with just that sensation that you know something bad's gonna happen, since the theme is so iconic for doing that, and it's just great. Speaking about the scenes, they were brutal because when the scenes happen, once you see it, your stomach just, you know, your stomach feels, it makes you feel like sort of sick in a way. I constantly, like, whenever something would happen, I'd be like, oh god, oh, whew. And that's what made the movie great, was those brutal scenes in the movie that made it really, really good. Um, so that's what made it great in the movie. So that was really good. The acting, I can say, was really well done. All characters had the emotions that you'd like think they'd have in the movie, and I mean overall the acting was pretty good. They stuck true to like how people would feel in these situations, how they react. Um, freaking the like being scared and murdered and stuff feels realistic. Like it doesn't feel like a cheaped on, fake acting kind of like scream or anything. Those are really like well acted in the movie, which was a good turnout. The suspense always killed me in the movie because you'd have the song playing, which already rises it up. The do 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 do. Yeah. You'd have that. Yeah, the whole like there'd be scenes where it just go dead silent, and that like creates a suspense. A thing about me with the horror movies is that like it always, not the jump scare kills me, that kills me. Not that the jump scare scares me. It's actually just the build up beforehand that really, really scares me. Because like you never know when it's gonna happen, and that always like gets me when it just comes out of nowhere. So that's why the suspense in this film was good, because you never knew when he was gonna strike or when he was gonna appear. It's it just felt really well made in terms of suspense, and like the music just helps build that up, and also the silent tension throughout some of the scenes. Uh, but that was great nonetheless. The movie still has the cliche of like people making dumb decisions, like stupid things like leaving the window open. I don't know. I don't want to spoil as much, but the dumb decisions, anything you can think of that people make that's like completely wrong in every horror film. You know, leaving the front door open is probably like the best mistake in every horror film that you can probably guess. And like there's some of them in this film, but it's your typical Halloween movie, cause your typical Halloween movie cliche of like stupid people making stupid decisions, but that's still what makes it good, because like you're like, that person's messed, that person fucked up, it's it's still good. But overall, the movie was still enjoyable. I found myself like really enjoying it, just like the the old movie, the first one. The same name as the first movie might confuse people, but I don't think it won't. I think it won't. It's pretty obvious. You can just be like, oh, this is Halloween 19 whatever, and then you have Halloween 2018. I know this was quick, and it's probably like my commentary is not as good because haven't had time to write up a script. I literally just left the cinema now, and I just wanted to talk about it. So this has been my review. I give it a 7.59 out of 10. It's a good movie. You should go watch it definitely. But if you're someone with like a very weak stomach, I wouldn't watch it because there are some scenes that are like very brutal. Uh, but nonetheless, the movie's great and it's like a perfect movie to watch in the cinema because it's like nice and dark and you have like all the atmosphere and it's it's a fun movie to watch, and if you want to be caught up with the story, I recommend watching the first Halloween. Ignore the sequels because this takes place directly after the first movie. Um, so this has been done. Uh, Hope you enjoyed. I don't have a script, so this is why all my words jumbled and I'm saying and like a lot, but it's a start. So I'll see you guys next time. Micstar out.